Yes, you are.
You're live in the mix with the one and only DJ Igor Beats.
Lil Kim, Lil C's, Michael Parker.
Live on Bay Life Radio. Oh yeah, stay tuned. The Unstoppable Stewarts up next.
Till I'm feeling fine. Every day is hard trying to be nice. Turn into a vampire at night. Shine right up all night like the street lights. Some say I'm just living my life. In the ceiling, me squeeze, I don't need ice. Grandma fried chicken, red beans and rice. Feel so fine. Chillin' with the homies, gotta get mine. Talking like you know me, better stay in line. Red bean tea, gon' ride. Online, it's new time, that's the side show. Foothill all night, cars, no smoke. Dip, don't trip, red lights. Big weed, big drink all night. Say you wanna lay me down, free wide. Hit my feet up, baby, take it easy. Over and over again like a replay. Cannabis kicking in, throwing blue faces. Vegas, that's what they say. College girls, too twist, too G-stay. Win, fresh shit, chillin' by the lane. So fake, iPhone need an update. Say you wanna lay me down, free wide. Hit my feet up, baby, take it easy. Over and over again like a replay. Cannabis kicking in, throwing blue faces. Vegas, that's what they say. College girls, too twist, too G-stay. Win, fresh shit, chillin' by the lane. So fake, iPhone need an update. Blue skies, blue wine, hot sunshine. Mexican red, brown, nation, black or white. Take a picture, keep my chick, lace nice. Spend it black, just relax, so you pay the price. Take it easy, house party, we gon' get it right. Music loud, solid bar, no fist fight. Me and my Benz, Billy, blink, shine bright. East Bay, dragging freeway, bike ride. Feel just fine. Blue cheese, green apple, blue Moscato wine. Get dough on the road, chicks by my side. Strip pole, make it rain, chick by my side. 6 drinks, 3 each, call a Uber ride. Strawberry shortcake, legs, hips and thighs. You deserve it, get a slice of the pie. Real love, Mary J, Steph Curry like. Say you wanna lay me down, free wide. Kick my feet up, baby, take it easy. Over and over again like a replay. Cannabis kicking in, throwing blue faces. That's what they say. College girls, too twist, too G-stay. Win, fresh shit, chillin' by the lane. So fake, iPhone need an update. Say you wanna lay me down, free wide. Kick my feet up, baby, take it easy. Over and over again like a replay. Cannabis kicking in, throwing blue faces. That's what they say. College girls, too twist, too G-stay. Win, fresh shit, chillin' by the lane. So fake, iPhone need an update.
Hey, it's Bay Life All Day TV Channel 0, mate. I'm with a Denny from 11.5, if you didn't know, huh? Straight out the lion's mouth. Yeah, and your bitch if you didn't know. You know what I'm saying? It's a worldwide movement right now.
What is the Bay Life did thing, man?
I'm out here, Bay Life, man. Just look like this, what it do?
Y'all hear services? Man, you know what I'm saying? It's all about the Bay Life, man. We be everywhere, man.
Oakland, nigga. Bay Life, nigga.
You are part of this. You watching Channel 0, Bay Life TV.
What it do? It's your boy Igor Beats from Bay Life Entertainment. You watching Channel 0. We down here in Caribbean City, live at Lil Al's Video Studio. This is the place to be every Wednesday.
What it do? It's Igor Beats. Live on Bay Life TV. You watching Channel 0. I'm live here with Kali IB.
Igor Beach, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna show you how we do this for real, you know what I'm saying?
It's the hardest underground promotion team right here. Bay Life Entertainment.
What's going on, y'all? It's Chewy Gomez out here with the Lava May folks. These folks are doing a great job and a great service to the community. For those folks out there that are homeless, and not even the homeless. I mean, there's a lot of folks that are using this that aren't homeless, right?
It's true, yeah. There's a lot of low-income folks or folks that are housed in places where maybe the showers don't work, or they're unsavory, or maybe they're not private, or not always hot. So we do serve primarily houseless folks on the street.
Now, folks taking a shower, they don't want to get back in their dirty clothes. Is there an option for them to get some clothes at all here? I don't know.
We do have clothing donations. You know, it's all donation-based, so the stock fluctuates. But we do have a lot of volunteers or even community members that bring clothes out. So we typically do stock underwear and socks always. If you got goods.
Oh, nice. So if you guys got some socks, you guys care to donate, you got some extra shirts. You know, we all outgrow our shirts. I'm into a 3X now, so I got to donate my 2Xs. But yo, get down there and connect with lavamay.org and make your donations.
So if you want to help out, you can do it right now by purchasing one of these shirts here. Go to beatsforhope.com and get one of these Beta LA Lava May shirts. All proceeds are going to be going right here to the lavamay.org organization. Thank you for your time, man. Yeah. Appreciate you so much.
Thanks for coming.
Right now we need some
I'm Daryl Allums. I'm Executive Director of Anime Village Stop in Our Kids Movement. I'm also the founder of the Oakland Frontline Healers. Oakland Frontline Healers are an Oakland, California service in the African American community that's impacted by the COVID-19 crisis right now. We are on the front line every day, passing out masks, hand sanitizer, giving them groceries, taking our loved ones, getting tested, out here serving our community while the pandemic is going on. Oakland Frontline Healers is also supporting our loved ones have dealt with community gun violence, police violence, domestic violence, and any violence that's tapped onto that. We're here to support our community how we possibly can.
Bang live! Bang live! Bang live! Bang live!
Looking back on what it was, knowing I would rise above, of having the feeling of tumbling buildings crashing on me. I feel free to do my own thing, to battle in the ring against my worst enemy within me. Head high to the rising sun, knowing who I can become, never complacent, never adjacent, always number one. I have begun. I've been around the dark and back. I think I ought to know a thing or two. And I know the strength in me you can achieve inside of you. I'm unstoppable. No one can break me. I'm unstoppable. Nothing can take me. Oh no. I'm unstoppable. I'm gonna make it unstoppable in the face of no agreement.
Yes. We here, y'all see us. It's Monday. Y'all know what that means. So give us that hour, that good fresh hour, that 3 to 4, that no nonsense, no buffoonery. Y'all know what it is.
Yes.
We are the Unstoppable Stewarts. I am Lavelle Stewart, and my better half here is
Stacy Stewart. Oh, I'm not in the mic. Hello.
Yeah.
I'm acting brand new.
Right.
Why? Why?
Yeah.
Why
so,
am I acting brand new?
We want to thank those of you for whatever you out there doing, tuning in, whether you in the Midwest or you out there down south somewhere in Los Angeles. We want to thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate the love and the respect and all that y'all give us, because we try to reciprocate that and give it right back to you.
Yes, all the time. It's, you know what? It's give and receive.
Yes.
Like give and receive, right?
Exactly. And when we put our hands up, it ain't about hands up, don't shoot. No, we put our hands up to let y'all know that we giving as well as we giving back.
Yeah.
So if your hands is open, you can catch whatever is coming. And as long as they continue to stay open, you can throw whatever you need to throw back at folks.
And guess what? When y'all throw us love, we love y'all back. Yeah. Seriously, we do. We appreciate the love. We appreciate the support from those who do tune in. And, yeah,
And
we give love and we receive love.
We celebrate black-owned businesses. Proud to say that. Loving everything that's going on in the community that is inspired by our people, for our people, and about our people. That's what we about.
Yeah, that's really a subject.
Yes.
Why we don't support each other in the black community. Why don't we support each other? And you know what? I think that conversation goes both ways, right?
It do.
So I had a housing project a couple of years ago, 2015 to be exact, and I employed 2 black people and a Mexican. Okay, because it was a very big project, and I wanted to circulate my money back into the black community. So I got the 2 contractors. One told me what I wanted couldn't be done.
Right.
The other one told me that he was coming back to take measurements, and he never came back to take measurements. So in my mind, it was a good thing that happened. I ended up having to hire a Mexican, and he did a damn good job.
Right.
But I wanted to hire my own people.
Right.
So sometimes we are not professional and don't handle business. Okay, how can we change that?
Right.
Within our community? How can we change us being, I don't want to use the word low budget, but how can we broaden ourselves?
I think what you
As a
really
people.
looking for is just accountability for
Yeah.
If an individual is going to say they're going to do something, be able to do it. Be on time. Be of service in whatever genre what you're trying to give. And a lot of that is unfortunate because it hurts our community when what you're saying, you want to hire contractors to come into the community and do this type of work, but you can't find loyal contractors that are going to be on time or be willing to do the job correctly.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate.
Because looking within my community is where I started.
Right.
I didn't go outside of the community first because that's who I am. I want to highlight people's businesses so that they can thrive.
Right.
Before Facebook, before any social media, word of mouth. That's how you heard of anything.
Absolutely.
It was all word of mouth, and word of mouth still works.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. It
Just
works.
Speaking of word of mouth, shout out to all them brothers that dressed up this weekend and put some suits on.
Oh yeah.
To represent
Yeah.
and get a bay they just do.
Yeah.
In terms of how one could get dapper and put them suits on and represent. So it was.
Was that an organization that was from Oakland?
I know Sean Granberry had something to do with it, but I'm not necessarily sure if what organization was promoting it. But it was just good to see all them brothers out there in them suits representing. You know what I mean? And that was cool. That unity, to see that, opposed to seeing what we've been seeing and kind of tired of seeing.
Yeah.
But sadly, we've become immune to this process. So that's why what we do on a weekly basis every Monday from 3 to 4 is to try to come with something just a tad different than the norm.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny moments. But for the most part, it's like real conversation. And so while we're talking about black men, definitely the conversation, OJ. Since we've been here, we lost OJ Simpson, right?
Shout out to his family and all his true supporters, because it's real interesting that you want to kick a man when they down.
This is the conversation.
And now you want to kick a man when he dead, and it's like it was just real unfortunate because we've had quite a few people, controversial figures that have died for whatever reason, but never once was their bad deeds continuously spoke on.
Yeah,
that was they just really wanted to focus on the fact of this trial and him, being acquitted of any wrongdoing, and then quickly running to that and saying, well, he was found, responsible in the I forgot what that was, but
the civil trial.
The civil trial.
I got a question for you. So, did you feel like, or if you've been paying attention, first of all, okay, have you been feeling like we are like reliving the O.J. Simpson trial instead of highlighting his accolades, like the things that he did. He accomplished some great things. Did you feel like that stuff was overshadowed?
Man, I felt like it was very overshadowed, and our own people was the most disrespectful.
Yeah, this is what we talking about here.
He was acquitted.
Right.
Yes.
He was acquitted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And the crazy thing is, somebody who has went through this court process, and I was completely guilty of what I did, and I stand on that. But at the same time, there are so many people who go through this system who, because of their financial status, are, basically vilified from the time that they get arrested all the way up until the time that they eventually get convicted. You know what I mean? And then for this man to be completely exonerated through the system that they built, a system that they claim is ironclad, and that it would never do such a thing as to find the wrong person guilty or do anything like that. They would never be responsible. Let them tell it. So now that the system went the way that it was supposed to go, and this man was exonerated from these crimes, you still have the audacity to say that he is guilty. That right there, I thought was called defamation of character if somebody else was to do something like that. You know what I mean? But in OJ's case, they allowed this to go on. They allowed it for years on end, from the late night comics on up to just regular news, just vividly coming out and just saying that it's not cool.
So, E.
He was acquitted.
Come on now. He was acquitted. He was acquitted. And I feel if it was the other way around, white people wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it was a white person that killed a black person and everybody was like, he did it, and he was acquitted.
Well, I mean, you don't hear about, what's the little guy name that just went to jail for all the people he touched? You don't hear about him no more.
You talking about with the
little short fat guy? Then they got Epstein.
Yeah,
you don't hear about Epstein in the news.
What about
no
the
more?
dude that did all that crazy stuff to all them ice skaters? You know
right,
what I mean?
Right.
That dude, man, they don't talk about these type of people.
And these is people that was found guilty.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
And then you said it best, his own people. If nobody else should have been celebrating his good, it should have been his own people.
Right.
Us.
Right.
Celebrating who he was, because the media and the outside, the other people are going to do what they're going to do. We know that. But it was just unfortunate that people were, our people were the
but
ones.
when folks don't know no better, the ignorance comes out before the understanding.
No, people know better.
No,
I
seriously.
can't give people that.
It's they hide behind wherever they at. And able to throw whatever they want to out here on social media without no ramifications. So that's why I say that. But until I think if somebody was not to fall into the ignorance and like and comment and
share,
just
like, comment, or share,
ignite that fire and allow it to get bigger, because that's what really happened. And when he first passed, you really didn't see a lot of stuff. And then slowly but surely, it just started catching momentum. And literally every meme you saw had something to do in reference with OJ.
Where are we going as a people? Like,
and none of them uplifting.
No,
not none of them.
Nothing. That's
not at all.
Come on.
This man was the first 2,000-yard rusher in the NFL. He set precedents for every running back to come after him. He also set precedents for being the first black man to be in commercials the way that he was.
Now let's talk about that. Can we put a pin and talk about that? Let me tell you, if I could do commercials right now, it would be Hertz commercials of me running through the airport.
Right.
Late for my flight. And I would always say that. I'm running through the airport like O.J. Simpson in a Hertz commercial.
Yeah, he changed the narrative. And so his influence allowed him to be bigger and larger than life.
Yeah, not even that. Let's talk about his comedy. Those comedy things that he used to be in with Nielsen.
The
Naked Guns.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, I want to go home. It used to be so funny. Like, he did a lot.
He did.
He did a lot.
And it's crazy that that they just locked in on that one thing.
Yeah.
And then for those of you who didn't know the process of moving to various states to avoid different types of legal legalities, OJ, he let you know. Because didn't nobody know you could go to Florida if you was being sued, and that whatever you bought down there, you know what I'm saying, they couldn't come and do
take
and
it.
just take it. It was little stuff like that an individual threw these little nuggets
Clues.
out to people to that. Okay, I mean, you know, you may say that I'm trying to be funny and get over, but really I got a livelihood, and these people is trying to suck a cat dry. So the moves that he made, one might say, oh, well, what about the victim's family? Yeah, but I mean, no disrespect to them, but I mean, you know, just to show a level of disrespect and how they felt about the situation, when they did win that judgment, they went and tore that whole house down.
Yeah.
I'll never forget
But what I didn't
watching them people bulldoze that house and everything that was inside of it and out. So y'all didn't really care about nothing other than to continue to just make this man look less than as possible.
What I didn't understand is why her family was trying to tear him down and still get money from him and take from him when he was raising his kids. When he, you know,
absolutely,
like he was raising his kids. So why would you try to take money
out
of their mouths?
That's what a lot of people didn't know. The man had full custody of his kids. You know what I'm saying? So apparently the law didn't see that this man was crazy that he couldn't raise his own kids. He was doing that. And then as far as what he went to prison for, I say this because we are now in a world of what this bipping stuff is going on. So just imagine somebody break your window, take your merchandise. You get wind of your merchandise being somewhere. It's clearly yours. Everybody know it belong to you. Your face is on it and everything. You knock on the door to go get your merchandise back. You're being videotaped saying, open up the motherfucking door. I want my shit. This is such and such at the door. But they give you a 30-year sentence for trying to get your own property back.
Your own property.
Your own property back. You know what I mean? Like, you really got to look at that and say, how in the hell, if I call the police and I tell them that I'm such and such, and they laugh at me, we'll be there when we be there. So I'm looking dead at these fools and know they got my shit. I'm just supposed to say, no, I ain't going.
That's what makes me think it was a setup.
Absolutely.
That's what made me think that it was a setup. Because if he called the police and said, I see my items that was stolen from me.
Yes.
And they laugh at him and don't show up.
But the ignorance of society until it happens to you is you just hear what the media says and you immediately hype on that. You hold on to it for dear life and don't change under no circumstances. So let them tell it with what he was already acquitted for still hanging over his head. And that happening the way that it happened, that's why they did him the way they did him. Mm-hmm. But then on the flip side, and we've seen this happen, and this is like a PA announcement to all you youngsters that's running around here trying to be super flashy. Look what happened to OJ. Look what happened to Puffy. Look what happened to Suge. Look what happened to all these real celebrities.
Look what happened to Bill Cosby.
Yes.
Bill, come on,
Bill
let's talk
Cosby.
about it.
Look, and what I'm about to say is, all of these people at one point in time were able, even R. Kelly, were able to be found not guilty of whatever they were accused of, and then try to mock the system.
Yep.
You cannot mock this beast. They found a way to infiltrate each and every one of them individuals that we just mentioned and brought their asses down.
Yep.
Because you was in front of the system going, yeah, I did that. You can't do the system like that.
Yep.
The system will frown on you, and they found a way to literally fuck over them people.
Wow.
Same way with Bill. How you gonna send a man to jail for crimes that happened, damn near 35 years ago? There's statute of limitations
and then the
on
pictures
different
things.
that
they was that the women was posting. These is pictures you clearly was in a hotel room with him with a robe on. So when was you scared? Before or after you took that picture with him in the robe?
Absolutely.
So was that before you sucked his dick or after?
Simple as that.
I'm just being real. Like, come on.
It's deep. It's deep when you sit back and you start really just pulling layers back, like how they doing Diddy now, and they saying all these signals we seen, he was doing this and this and that, and now they pointing it out and making emphasis on certain things.
Like that picture we saw and his lip. Do you see that picture? I'm like, okay, so who surfaced that picture and how long was it under? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, come on, y'all.
But that's it happens in politics. The whole "what have you done for me now" thing. And the minute somebody try to exceed something that other people don't like, they found a way to tear you down. It happens. It happens. And these is lessons that if y'all ain't paying attention to nothing we talking about, please trust and believe. If you, in whatever genre of life you in and you trying to make a move, and there's somebody that you had to step over or around and they didn't like the way that you was moving, they will trust and believe me when I tell you this, find a way to try to sabotage your thing. And what we talk about here, the Unstoppable Network, is you cannot let nobody derail your success.
No. Because they will try to derail it. Like, seriously. People will really try to derail your success. You have to have a uber focus about yourself. You have to focus on what you got. It's like tunnel vision. Don't look right. Don't look left. Look at that light at the end of the tunnel and know that you're going to get there. Right. I promise you. I promise you.
I mean, because I can sit here and say, having been to prison all the years I had spent up in there, it was times where, it seemed like it was never going to happen. That tunnel was extremely
long,
dark.
Huh?
And I didn't see no light nowhere. But
at what point did you start seeing the light? Like, there is some light. Let me just keep going to this part. Like
when I got in that program, Delancey Street. Shout out to Mimi Silber. She came into the prisons with then Governor Brown, and they allowed her to basically, come in and use her philosophy and her teachings in terms of starting Delancey Street inside Solano State Prison. So once she basically had all the people that was living in the building moved out, and she started going through her processes of interviewing and selecting certain people who she wanted up in there. And her concept and belief was, I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's going to happen, but if you believe in the process and just keep doing what we asking you to do up in this this program, ain't no telling what the possibilities are.
Yeah.
And so as the laws begin to change and as my belief system began to change and I started to really invest
That's key
in
right there, what you just said, your belief system. People don't understand. You have to change your belief system in order to grow.
Absolutely.
Your old belief system cannot stay the same.
No, it can't.
It
and
can't.
as you evolve into a man or a woman, you just think about it in terms of your 9-year-old self wouldn't do what your 18-year-old self wouldn't do, that your 32-year-old self wouldn't do, that your 45-year-old self wouldn't do. So you're evolving within this process. And so as I was in this program and begin to accept some of the things that they were trying to convey to me, I just was like, okay, let's see how it could actually happen. But in the meantime, I'm always got my ears in them legal books. I'm always listening, my eyes in them legal books and my ears to the street, and I'm hearing about different laws that's actually taking place. Because that's another thing. Individual gets all these gifts put in front of them, but you got to be a hustler to be able to go get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? God is going to put it in front of you and let you see it. Now it's upon you to do what you need to do in order to obtain that blessing.
Yeah.
Because it's right there in front of you.
Yeah.
So
action.
Yes.
You got to put action behind it.
It was the work. It was doing the work and understanding it, and then just slowly but surely, them laws just start coming into play, and the doors and the hinges and all that shit just start coming to loose.
But you had to change that what?
Right.
Belief system.
Right.
That belief system
and
is
that
deep.
goes to the celebrities that we were talking about today in the belief system, because we put these people on these different pedestals and believe, you know, that they are larger than life and all of these different things. And then when they let us down from some of the accusations that they've been accused of, one can't get caught up and be so invested in that situation that it's like you believe it to the core.
Yeah.
You gotta look at it, because these is people's lives that we talk about.
Right, that's the thing.
This is not entertainment. This stuff is happening in real time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So one.
We got a call? Oh, sorry.
Uh-oh.
Give a number.
All right, gentlemen. Excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know y'all can tap in at 510-563-7819. So if you out there, call in and holler at us about any of the issues that we talking about, or if you want to talk about something, y'all know what it is. Bay Life.
Yeah, we're not
Radio.
scripted. And we like it that way because it's real conversation. It's stuff that we talk about. And so we don't really like to be scripted. So like we always say, call in, talk to us. We talk back.
Yes. Because it's raw and it's uncut, no nonsense, no buffoonery. The purpose of that no nonsense, no buffoonery is to just basically dive into a whole different mindset that a lot of us don't necessarily tap into. And
Right.
we really need to, because it's a lot going on out here in society that we got to be a little bit more serious about, opposed to just nonchalantly passing up shit that could potentially be the death of us.
Yeah. Like we continue talking about the FDA with our food. I'm not going to ever stop talking about that. You guys need to educate yourselves out there with the food that you're buying out of the grocery stores. It's what it is. It's the day and time we live in. And once upon a time, it was like, oh, you question the meat. Now you have to question the vegetables. You have to question fruit. Don't eat fruit without a seed.
Right.
Because 9 times out of 10, it's genetically modified.
Man,
okay?
you hearing it
Let's
first,
talk
y'all.
about it.
You better listen.
It's genetically modified.
Man.
So you have to educate yourself now, even on foods
Right.
that are being distributed to us as food. Because what brought my attention to it, and I'm just going to keep it really real, is the fact that I traveled. Right. And the stuff that the FDA approves for America to eat in, other countries are not having it.
Right.
They are just not having it. You cannot. They have not approved these things, but America approves these foods and these different things for us to eat because America is big business in terms of health. Health is big business here.
Right.
And it's not about you being healthy, it's about you being unhealthy, paying into a system that doesn't even help you once you do need the system. Okay? So, your health is wealth. It's 3 components: mental health, physical health,
right,
and social wealth. Health.
Financial literacy.
And financial
literacy. You got to have it, y'all.
Okay, financial literacy.
Financial literacy knocked our neighborhoods in half.
Yep.
The lack of it.
Financial illiteracy.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. The lack of it. Yes. Illiteracy.
Yes.
Knocked our neighborhoods in half.
Yes, it did.
And will we ever recover? It's going to be interesting to see. Because at this point in time, we losing our neighborhoods literally night and day. We just saw a 7-Eleven on, what was that, West Grand and Market. One minute we saw a staff of nothing but African-American people and came in there literally a week later, and the complete staff was different.
All together.
They
sold it.
Right. So it's just unfortunate to just see the takeover. The takeover is real.
Mm-hmm.
And those of you out here that are, you have your property, hold on to it for dear life, and start now in preparation for when you're not here in terms of a responsible soul that's going to be able to take that torch and continue to keep it lit, because that is what's crippled our community, that so many buildings, houses, and things of that nature have just been sold off to not the highest builder, but anybody willing to buy.
So basically what my husband is saying, if you have a life insurance policy and you haven't financially educated your family, take that policy, put some gas on it, and blow it up.
Right.
Because that's what your kids are going to do. That's what your family is going to do. They're going to go through your money, and it's what it's going to be.
So all those years that you've made these preparations and hustled and sacrificed countless hours at work for that to happen, I cringe at that and truly hope that you don't have to go through nothing like that. So now is the time to really buckle down and put something, put some rubber to the pavement and make some proper investments that's going to continue to keep that property to live and grow as it's supposed to after you're no longer with us.
Yes, yes.
Because it's a sad situation to where, knowing the history of Oakland and how black Oakland once was to where it is today. I mean, from our schools to our liquor stores to our grocery stores to banks, you saw black folks running around Oakland all over the place. And now, unfortunately, we are literally becoming a rare commodity in the community that we grew up in.
Yeah. Ig, are you familiar with that Arco that's on West Grand and Market?
Yeah.
Right there on the corner. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And what's funny is, and I know you know this if you've been over there, that it's all kind of stuff going over there. It's straight good times, all of that, all in one, right? Now that they've sold it, it is nobody out there. I don't see no loitering signs. And I'm like, how did they get them to move from in front of the store when that was hustle muscle? Like everybody would be over there hustling, How did they get them to move?
Yeah, it's
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah. It's a ghost town now.
It's ghost town.
Yeah. And it's a trip, but it's
So my question is, was people selling dope that worked there?
Ain't no telling.
I'm just saying,
that's a story.
Were they the dope dealers? Because they're not there no more.
That's a story for another story.
No, seriously, because it's like, okay, well.
Yeah. But now, we've made it to the half-hour point. We're going to pay some bills. We appreciate y'all tuning in. And like we said, tap in with us at 510-563-7819 on the back end of this hour. We'll see you in a minute.
Nobody does it better than her.
Nobody does it better.
Nobody has more of what it takes to rid you of Fairmont, Mustang, LTD, or other fine car faster. Hertz, the superstar. You know it.
Reason why I smile, because I let go of the chains that were meant to hold me down from destiny. The reason why I laugh, because I chose to celebrate every day. I accept the change. Yesterday is gone, and today I'm good, but tomorrow I'm expecting more. Forget about the past, move into what's ahead. Better days are here. Everything is changing, 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 changing. Things change, they change. Everything is changing, 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 changing. Things change, they change. Letting go is hard, but there's no use in holding on to the things I'm pressing on, and I chose to not complain. Adjusting brings on better days. Ooh, yesterday is gone, and today I'm good. But tomorrow I'm expecting more. Forget about the past, move into what's ahead. Better days are here. Everything is changing, 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 changing. Things change, they change. Everything is changing, 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 changing. Things change, they change. Whoa. Things change, they don't stay the same. Things change, yes they change. Things change, they don't stay the same. Things change, yes they change. Changing, 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 changing. Ooh, change, change, changing, 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 changing. Things change, they change. Things don't always stay the same. They change, changing, changing, changing. Things are gonna change. Changing, 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 changing. Things change, they change. No matter what I'm going through. Changing, changing. Things are gonna change. Yeah. Change. That's hard to changing, changing. Changing. Things are gonna change. Things change.
Gotta be ready for change. Yes. We back, y'all. Thank y'all tuning in for this back half hour of this beautiful Monday, and we coming at y'all live, the Unstoppable Stewarts on twitch.tv/Baylife Radio, giving it to you raw and uncut, no nonsense, no buffoonery.
Yes, I think it's announcement time.
Yes, let's do it.
We got announcements. So every Tuesday we have the Fly Girl Healing Circle.
Yes.
So that will be tomorrow at 6 to 8 p.m. at Our Joy downtown Oakland. Yours truly will be facilitating tomorrow, and we really have a really good time. We have a safe space where we talk about women stuff, you know, and not just women stuff, life stuff, but in a women's setting, if you will. It's all women, and we actually feed you in that 2-hour period. So come join us, please. We will be looking for you.
Shout out to the other two facilitators, Renee and Tanisha.
Yes, ma'am.
Helping you on those Tuesdays that you guys do your thing. It's pretty incredible to see all these ladies coming together, bonding, and coming with some real topics. We get a kick out of seeing them walk in, and then the jubilee of how they leave, and all that you know, like something has changed within that time that they were sitting up in there with y'all. So that's nice to see.
By the way, he's security. That's why he's there.
Yeah, because I'm not a part of the per se being inside of there. That's like she said, that's an all women thing, and it's a beautiful thing to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, April 27th. I don't know if we could get that flyer up. April 27th at Axfull Gospel, there will be a women's health summit. Let me just get the information here. Give me one moment. You
got it?
Yep. So pretty much, I want to give the right information here. So let's see. We have that up. Showers. Nope, it would have been in the thing, but I'll just go ahead. It's the Total You Women's Health Forum. Yours truly will be speaking in a breakout room that day. That's going to be at Acts Full Gospel, April 27th. There it is. Yay! The Total You Women's Health. The Total You Women's Health Summit. Yeah, there we go. Saturday, the 27th, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We will be having a medical panel. It's going to be a really, really, really good time. There'll be lots of vendors there, health vendors, people that are there that can answer questions about people caregiving for others. There'll be some preventative type speakers there. So it's going to be a good time. That is Saturday, April 27th. All right, y'all.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think I did that. I did that.
Yes, that's what's up.
Yes.
That is what's up. We look forward to that, as well as we look forward to our own celebration. Yes.
Coming up this
Yeah.
month. Do you guys realize we'll be married a year this month?
Right.
A year.
On my birthday, April 23rd. Yes.
We're going to do a special show next week. Because that'll be the 22nd, the day before our anniversary. So.
On my birthday, so shout out to all them Tauruses out there. You know, the horns is about to turn up. They've been turned down for the last couple of weeks, so we about to turn the horns on up. So shout out to all my bulls out there. You know, 423, 24. It is what it is. That's my New Year's. You know what I mean? Everybody got a New Year's. We always be throwing it to that January the 1st. But no, my New Year starts in a couple of days.
Yeah,
Straight
yeah.
up.
And I like that. I like that because your New Year is really your New Year in growth, and everybody grows at different times,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So, yeah. Like I said, I think of birthdays the same way.
You got to.
It's my birthday is my new year, my new solar year around the sun.
Exactly. That's how it goes. I mean, when you really look at the fact of, okay, it's an age that's also changing, but then it's supposed to be what we were talking about earlier. Is now the maturity factors is slowly changing. The levels of responsibility begin to change. The different type of concerns that one has, all this stuff starts to change. So that's part of that growth.
Yeah. Evolution, evolving for the better.
Exactly. And that's what we got to do is continue to keep evolving right here at the Unstoppable Network, coming to y'all every Monday, doing what we do. You know what I mean? You something else.
Yin and yang.
Yes. Yes.
No, it's a wonderful thing, though. It's a trip. I was just thinking, like, yes, this is a year, and it went by so fast. And it went by so fast because it's just so breezy. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
It's just been so breezy. I'm just,
that just, you know, that all goes back to God and just the wonderful experiences that we've been able to, you know, have throughout this course of the year, and the people that we've been able to
we don't always
into.
agree. Yeah, we don't always agree. That's what, I hate when people be trying to make it seem like, oh yes, my marriage. Oh, we never.
Right.
Come on. How can two people always agree? Do you believe that's possible?
It's nah. It's unhumanly
That
possible.
is not.
And when somebody attempts to try to live in that space, Lord knows.
What you say?
No, there's a disagreement every day.
Yes.
Right?
I know. Me,
yeah,
me
come
and
on.
my baby, we
it
always, sometimes she right, sometimes I right.
Yeah.
Most of the time we never agree until we see it.
Right.
Yep.
You know?
And when that happens, you know, it's like, okay, boom, we passed that one and we on to the next.
Yeah, but we talked about that. Like, I like to share this. We talked about on that page this morning about the computer situation.
Right.
So I'm used to working on a Mac, and he's used to working on a Chrome, right? And so it's certain things that I just don't know because I'm used to working on the Mac. And so when I told him that, he really didn't believe that I didn't know what I'm doing because I'm so smart, right? I'm smart at everything, but I was really transparent, like I really don't know that. And so he came across a situation where somebody told him, like, yeah, that's two different operating systems. Like you got to learn something totally different.
Right.
And it wasn't like then it came on for him, like, wow, she wasn't really, you know what I mean?
It just, it made more sense. Not saying that you didn't make sense when you were telling me, but I never equated the two being so different. And then when I was at work and I was talking to one of my supervisors and another coworker, and it was just kind of brought to my attention that they would prefer to work on a Mac opposed to working on a Chrome because they were so much comfortable with that type of setup.
Operating system.
And and I was like, wow, this is the same thing that my wife was trying to tell me. And I didn't say that you didn't know what you was talking about, but I just felt like I think she's trying to get out of helping me.
See? But look, he could have hoarded that and believed that as facts, right? Right?
Yeah.
And that could cause friction.
Yeah, and a lot of the little miscues that we may have, if one individual is willing to kind of sit back and say, okay, let me look at it from your perspective, and then interject, opposed to being so animated as to just can't wait till you stop talking so I can interject, and then there's never a point ever concluded.
Listening to respond, yeah.
Based on the fact that all I'm trying to do is wait on a moment until you stop talking so I can get in. That's not a good look.
Playing double dutch.
Yes. Yes. And we had the tendency to do that because you so into trying to prove your point.
Yeah.
And you mess around, and now it's just a whole bunch of chatter and ain't nobody making no sense.
I have a song that I have yet to record. It's called Who's Right, Who's Wrong.
Right.
And let's see if I can speak it because I might have to sing it. It says, here we are again. I can feel the tension rise. These arguments I do despise. But yet we get caught up in emotional conflict. Doing damage to our love that we later try to fix. You've got your point, and boy, I've got mine.
Okay.
But me being right and you proving me wrong doesn't have to be the last line. Who's right?
Ooh.
Who's wrong? Does it really matter?
Gotta put some beat on that.
Me being right and you proving me wrong doesn't have to be the last line. And think about it. That's why people be arguing. You trying to prove me wrong, and I'm trying to prove that I'm right. And it's not a right or wrong way. It's more than one way to skin a cat.
You absolutely right about that. And you can say that again.
Who's right, who's wrong?
Who's right or who's wrong?
I got to record that. You know somebody could give me a beat? What?
I need a beat. Here with Iggs the Beats.
Okay.
You got the beats.
That's why I said, do you know somebody that can give me a beat?
That is the beats. You know what I mean?
Did you like that groove?
Shout out to the big homie DJ.
Guess what groove that's to? I'm gonna tell you what song I wrote that to. Remember, just me and you.
Oh, that beat.
Oh,
okay.
bang bang. If you have that music, I'll sing it right now, and you'll be like, oh shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. That's the original music. Just me and you.
I can hear that playing.
Ooh,
I can hear that playing.
Bang. I wrote it to that melody.
Definitely hear that playing.
Maybe right. You're proving me wrong.
It's got a nice ride to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
That's one thing about them beats. If you can ride them, it's almost like a hell of a wave. If you can jump on it and catch it into the direction of that wave.
Because it's not really right. It's not really about being on the beat in some situations. You know what I'm saying? When you're recording, you got to fall back.
But I've seen, like, especially with rap, right? Some of the most prolific songs have been the ability to be able to ride that beat.
Yeah.
So you think about 50, right, in the club. He is literally riding the beat from the time it comes on to the time it's over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Short. You hear Short in the ghetto. From the time it come on, he riding it. Like you can see him in the barrettes coming down the street on gold ones. You know what I mean? You feel it like, oh, okay, he riding that thing. Yes, yes. Even the Unstoppable song.
My song?
Yeah, you riding it just all the way through. How you whoop, you it's like you on skates, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you bobbing and weaving through that crowd, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody in sync with you.
Yeah.
Bam. Bam. You know what I mean? That's how it is. When I hear that song, that's how I think I can see people skating to it, enjoying themselves in that rink. And at them points of that break in certain spots of that song, folks
Really?
is dipping. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You can visualize certain stuff to be like, okay, I get it. I can see how they would be feeling to certain songs.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
We're going to have to go skating to that.
That's
You know
right.
me. I'll give it to the DJ at the skating ring and tell him to play
and
it.
let him do what he do, huh?
Yes.
I know that's right. Right.
Wowzers.
Yes.
So,
what?
Got anything else you want to talk about?
Today, as you know how Monday is. Like I say, we come here for a full hour, and we talk about a variety of different issues going on. But the one issue near and dear to us is what's going on in our communities.
Yeah.
So we always want to give a shout out to the individuals that's really making an impact out there.
Yep.
Everything from the people that's picking up the trash to the folks that's putting this new concrete down.
To our educators.
Yeah.
Lord, help them.
I was coming to them. You know what I mean? But infrastructure is important right now. So shout out to all them construction workers that's out there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Putting down these smooth pavements because Lord knows folks' front ends is getting towed up right now. And then, what you just mentioned, the educators from all the elementary, junior high, and high schools, we applaud them and appreciate them.
Yeah.
Because they got our babies in their hands, and we only hope that the energy that they providing on a daily basis is something positive that them folks can take up out them schools.
Yeah.
And really run with it, because that's really what this whole movement is about, what we do, especially with our own organization, Guide Ride, giving youth direction everywhere, redirecting youth direction everywhere, and please, just, let them know what time it is and what we do.
Yeah. Right now?
Yeah.
Right now. Yeah. Basically, you guys, we are a grassroots organization. We have a program that is up and running right now. It's our parent support program where we help parents and support parents in getting their kids the necessary tools they need for their disabilities or their lack of. Right?
Or trauma,
yes.
Some
exactly.
of these babies is seeing
They're traumatized.
lot.
They see a lot.
They see a lot. They're exposed to a lot, and they, for whatever the reason may be, aren't able to articulate that information to an adult.
Yeah.
And as a result of that, we see some of these kids acting out in school, and we wonder why such and such so bad. And we blow it off as that.
Yeah, but they're really not bad. They have a disability. They have something going on that's not helping them to thrive. So not only do we do that, but we also mentor. So the kids that we have, we connect them to different community organizations. Shout out to Lo Grayson and Lynn Grayson. We
out there in Berkeley doing their thing with the Berkeley Yellow Jackets.
Yes.
Shout out to that Pop Warner.
Yes. Her organization is I'm having a brain fart right now. Lynn's organization.
Lynn.
Oh my God! Was it Girls Inc.?
It's something to that effect. I'm so sorry that we ain't got this woman's information, because both of them
what she's doing is totally awesome.
Incredible work.
Yes.
And that's what it's about. All the organizations, shout out, that are definitely in the mud with these babies out here. God bless y'all, and we truly, truly hope that help is on the way, and hopefully, we can get the finances into the right people's hands that's really out here moving and shaking for these babies.
Yeah, I mean, it will. When you believe that it will, it will. You know what I'm saying?
It has
We
to.
believe that it will
It has
get
to.
in the right hands. I totally believe it because money and funds have been given to organizations and it's being misappropriated.
The prison, the pipeline situation is not a theory. It is fact.
Yeah.
It took me to actually go to a school and work in there to actually see it live and direct. And had it not been for a nonprofit, shout out to Hank
Roberts
for giving me
Peacemakers.
an opportunity to work with him in this nonprofit.
Us
Peacemakers.
an opportunity.
Well, I don't say us because you ain't been to prison to know what to look
okay,
for.
okay.
So when I speak on me, I'm not excluding
No, I'm
you.
saying no. I'm just saying it was us the opportunity because if
Absolutely.
I didn't work there, I would have never saw what needed to happen
No,
either.
but
It was
you
like,
wouldn't have never understood what I heard when
No.
I heard the psychiatrists
Not at all.
say what they said about those babies. And
Nope.
had I not been in that nonprofit, I wouldn't have never been able to hear that and expound on it to kind of start what we've started. Because I already had the vision for it, but it just kind of like came all the way into full focus when I heard those psychiatrists referring to those babies in the same context that I had just went through prior to me coming out of prison. So that was real heavy for me, and that's what kind of springboarded the two of us to come together and really push a line with this guide ride.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's and in a nutshell, that's that's what it is.
Yep.
That is what it is. And it continues on.
Listen, I always say for every help, there was a hurt. For every hurt, there's a helper. And so when you have been through something, whether it was traumatizing or not, what you go through is not just because you're going through it. It's so that you can help somebody else.
Absolutely.
Give back.
Lived experience.
Lived experience. That's what it's called. It's called lived experience, and you just want to give back. You want to, you're excited to give back. That's what's in me. It's like a burning, yearning desire to give back the stuff that I know.
It's part of your DNA, though.
It's a part of my DNA.
From the people that you come from,
It is.
the givers, the people
It
who were
is.
really instrumental in the neighborhood that were doing the type of charity work that you now find yourself doing yourself.
Yep.
From passing out food to helping young kids to just helping the average individual out there down on their luck. I've watched this woman many a times go in her purse, literally giving her last to help somebody who is in need, and continues to do that. That inspires me to want to do it because I don't want to look like I'm less than. I'm standing next to this lady, so who am I to, So it's a contagious feeling. That's a beautiful thing that's continued to come through us to be able to circulate this energy to other people that we touch. So from going to these schools and talking to some of these psychiatrists or different teachers that we encounter, and they hear what we're talking about and what we are inspiring to do in some of these schools, it has moved some of these teachers into action, and that's really a fulfilling thing to see some of these, teachers really gravitating to what we're saying and hearing us and wanting to be involved in what this process is about.
Yes, exactly.
That changes the whole narrative to when a person sits back and they wonder, am I doing the right thing in this process? And then you start to see, real educators and people with various degrees hearing what we're talking about and saying, you know what, I think that can work, and investing in what we're doing to be of service to our community. And that's what it's about. That's all we continue to keep stressing, that being of service, whether it's helping an old lady across the street to picking up trash in your neighborhood, be of service in some kind of way, because your community ain't got to look crazy just because it's a crazy community.
Be a part of the solution, not the problem.
Right.
Pretty much.
Right.
Just be a part of the solution. Like, don't be on social media shaking your head. SMH, SMH. No, get up and do something. What can you do to be a part of the solution? What is it? Ask yourself, what is it that I can do for my community to help move us along? What?
And on that note, Y'all know what it is. We'll see y'all next week with more context, more information, and special guests. And we thank all of y'all for tuning in. Peace.